Hello, my wonderful people who have been still watching my content for no absolute reason. Maybe because you're bored, maybe because you're just stupid. I don't know. I'm not calling you stupid, you're okay. But still, welcome to my whirly world of alternate history stuff. Today, we'll be drawing alternate history borders. Why? Well, I don't know. People just like that stuff, and I do too, so I just draw it. Why'd I make a YouTube video out of it? I'm bored. I haven't made a YouTube video in a long time, so I just thought I'll just do it. Now, we already know what happened in World War I. If you're a history freak, if you're not, then you should just go watch a video about it on any other channel that literally talks about it, but not me. I'm not going to talk about it. I'm just going to talk about the treaty. Now, we all know what happened in World War I. These two countries in the middle of Europe, that country for some reason joined, and this whirling sycamore of Europe Empire joined. Got their beat. Why? Well, because then boom, boom. Well, they got a revolution, so they didn't really kick anything. And a country around here, but doesn't exist in this map, beat themselves. Beat them, not beat. Beat themselves? Really? No. Beat the Germans, the Austrians, the Bulgarians, and the Ottomans. And today we'll be making an alternate peace treaty and interwars type of stuff. Alright, so we're not going to cover this area because we really do not care what happens in Russia. Besides Poland, and that's really it. But yeah, let's talk about the weakest peace treaty in the whole entire, peace treaties of World War I. And I'm not pointing to any countries, but we might know who this is if you watch Alternate History Hub or some other countries' videos. But this treaty is something. I don't remember what it's called, but it's a treaty, and it's between this country right here named Bulgaria. They lose land. Yep, lose land. That's absolutely insane. Alright, I'm going to actually start with the act. Let's get into this. Now, we already know Romania was going to gain some land from this country either way, because boom, boom, and boom, boom, absolutely beat the ever-loving crap out of this guy named Shoebox. Not Shoebox. Why did it look like a boot? Never mind. Romania. And Romania deserved land for some odd reason. I don't think they do. But, besides the point, they get this land. Why this land? Well, mainly because this land was given to them in the original peace treaty. Not only that, they were obviously going to get it from the start. And I think they had claims on it. I don't know, but I think they did. So they instantly get that land. And that's given over to them. Next, they gain land. Yes, weird. They gain land in this country. They gain this land right here. Why did they gain Ottoman land, even though the Ottomans were their allies? Well, they... Nothing. My stupid little Alexa. But, oh, wait. But, yeah, Ottomans lose this land because the Ottomans are trying to decrease the Ottoman influence. So, yeah. Next, the Serbs. I'm just kidding. We're not doing that. We're doing this. I mean, like, what in the world is this straight border here for? Well, thing is, Serbia got absolutely beat on, and their country was destroyed, war-torn, and they deserve land. And Bulgaria was industrialized, somewhat, and they deserve that land, so they give it to them. Entente was stupid for doing that, because in World War II, which is not correlating to another history video I'm about to make later on in the future, wink wink, the Bulgarians absolutely destroyed Serbia for that. Or about last, Yugoslavia. No, I'm just kidding. In this alternate peace treaty, Yugoslavia ain't formed. Why? Because I don't want them to be formed. It's just goofy looking. Now, let's get back into this peace treaty. Next is Greece. Greece. I love Greece. I love chicken. I met Greece. I met Greece. We're not talking about food. Greece. Alright. Now, Greece, weird name. Should we call it I can't remember the name. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Hellenic. I don't know why they call it Greece. Just call it Hellenic Empire. But, Hellenic Republic. Not Empire. Republic. But, besides the point, Greece deserves this land. Let me redo that real quick. Boom, there we go. Now it looks like it's actually in the map. Let me erase this original border. Now, the reason why they deserve the land is because, first of all, they got the land. Well, they got this portion of the land in the Rio Peace Treaty. And I think the French weren't really gonna do much to the Bulgarians, but they still kicked some booty, so they deserve more land. And also because Greece did a good job at defending their nation, even though they got pushed back right here. Besides that, and the only reason because they pushed up here was because of the Entente sending more troops there, and also because the Central Powers defenses were kind of weak at the point because 1918 not a good year for the Central Powers, and also because these guys had this land, and you already know the infamous little Austrian-Hungarian Empire had a weak army. I mean, their army was the most useless army, I think, in the whole entire war. Not saying the new Austria these days are bad, but back then, y'all can't cap that these guys had a weak army. They got pushed back here. They couldn't even push into Serbia for 2 years. Not only that, they got pushed back by the Italians. I know that's bad, but still, even the Germans did better. They only got pushed back here, and in 1918, they got pushed back here. But that's only because the Americans were true bustling in that nation. And besides that, literally, only reason that they won on the Eastern Front is because of revolution here, and here. And also because, well, the German army is mighty. So literally, this guy didn't do crap. Why did I say pause? I mean, well, they did, but they didn't do much. Because again, they got pushed here, and they even got pushed a little in here. So I do not want to hear from anybody who thinks the Austrian-Hungarians did good in the war. Now, besides that, this is the final Bulgarian land. Oh yeah, I forgot. War reparations, and you already know the deal. Oh yeah, they also get demilitarized lands. Where? No. Don't even try to question me. Why here and not here? Just why here? Well, thing is, the Ottomans and the Bulgarians had a nice alliance, and they had nice relationships. So there's no reason that they should make demilitarized lands on their border. But for these guys on their left, who the Bulgarians, I think, destroyed, not like, Serbia. I meant Greece, and Serbia got destroyed. Besides that, Greece didn't get destroyed instantly. Well, Serbia didn't either until Bulgaria joined the war and they got their absolute beat. But besides that, the Serbians and the Greeks don't really like, Bulgaria when that happened. And the Bulgarians don't like them either, so it's better if we split them from military reasons, not diplomatic really reasons, but military reasons. So Bulgaria doesn't try to get their claims back here and here, and Greece and Serbia don't try to push into the country and take more land from them, which Bulgaria does not deserve to have more land taken. I mean, look at it. It looks even worse than what they did in real life, which I already know that. But besides that, that's the harshest I can go for. If you want to go for like the least harshest, they just stay the same, really. But I'm not really gonna do that because I just did all this. So yeah. Now that peace treaty is checked. Next peace treaty is the second harshest. This is German peace treaty. Yeah, I know, kind of weird. But these peace treaty got a little harsher because literally Hungary, who's this big. Wait, let me draw it real quick. Who's this big? Got this land. This land right here as their land. I mean, and most of the countries, most of the Hungarians and Romania that these days are located in this area right here. And they got taken, that area got taken from them. So yeah, But besides that, let's go for the Germans. Now, for me, the harshest treaty is Germans lose this, and they get split into two countries, or even more if these guys got their way, which they didn't, luckily. And I'm not going to let them get their way. Why? I don't really like France. Alright. Personally, I did not mean to say that meanly, but I don't like France to have, Napoleonic type ideals. I like Napoleon as a general, and I wish I could become him as a skilled general, not a general to conquer and take over USA. No, I'm not like that. I just want to be a general that's good and well known for, good battles and stuff like that. But I'm not trying to become a general anyways. I'm just trying to be a soldier. Besides that, that's besides the point. But besides that, no one cares about my dreams. Besides that, we talk about the German peace treaty, which is called the Treaty of Versailles, and the only treaty I never remembered. Because, gosh, I will not remember these treaties because it's Treaty of I don't know, I never remember that name, so don't ask me. But besides that, let's get to the treaty. Now, first of all, Alsace-Lorraine, of course, is going to be back to the French because the French were not going to lose this land, and even if the Americans try to negotiate with them, I bet you even the British would say, bro, it's already too late, don't even try. The French were already going to take that land from the start of the war, which is true. Now, since that's taken, let's talk about this area of the Germans. Of course, you had to know the Rhineland was demilitarized, or more accurately, why do people say it's this part of the Rhineland? When I played the game called Hearts of Iron 4, if you don't know what it is, just Google it. It's a really good fighting game, and it's actually a really good game. And it's never fell off, for real. But besides that, I don't know why people say this is the Rhineland. I like to say this is more like the Rhineland, but hey, it differs to people. But of course, we gotta start with Saarland. Saarland was gonna be taken, and for me, I would say the French took the Saarland as their own, which is a bad thing for Germans. Next is the Rhineland. We could either go for a harsher Rhineland, or we could just go for easy Rhineland, or we could just go for a little Rhineland. Which the French were either gonna go for this Rhineland or that Rhineland, because there's no way they're gonna go for little Rhineland. The Americans knew they couldn't stop the French from taking this land as a protected and giving them a referendum if they want to join back or stay with us. But the Americans knew what they could do was try to stop the French from trying to take the Rhineland. The British tried the same thing. In this alternative peace treaty? Nope, not even a chance. They didn't. Now the French had the choice to fear a regular Rhineland or a bigger Rhineland. Which the king or whatever the guy who ruled Britain once said, they're in between two people. Jesus as Woodrow Wilson and Napoleon as the French. And if you were Napoleon, if French was controlled by Napoleon, what makes you think what they're going to choose? They're going to choose Alright, good. What makes you what in your mind thinks that they're gonna do for regular Rhineland? Alright. Never mind. I'm not gonna say that. What I'm gonna say is, what do you think those French Napoleon would pick? Regular Rhineland or bigger Rhineland? If you choose bigger Rhineland, you're correct. Napoleon is ambitious. That man wanted everything. If Napoleon was still alive, I bet you they would do that. They'd take that, and they'll take all this land right here, which is an absolute catastrophe. Which, if I were to do that and make him take that land and make him take this land, I would. But this is a little too harsh, and I know for dang certain that both of the British and the Americans would make sure they wouldn't that happen. So, the Belgians get this land right here, of course. That's gonna happen either way. The Netherlands. Oh, yes, the Netherlands. But first, the Luxembourgians get that. The Netherlands. They do nothing, but they get the land to get that. Because You might say, wait, they didn't do anything though. Yeah, that's what I thought. Now, let's give them this much land. Alright, there you go. Now over here, Hamburg is still kept, but this given to the Danish. I think they would go along the river and make a protected or a puppet right here. And that's basically it. I would think that's good. But not here. I'm still not done. Now, I'm going to draw the borders as good as I can. Boom. There I go. Bigger Island. Now, this had a referendum they want to join or stay, which either could go either way. Which I'm not going to say which way they would go, but besides that, let's get to the eastern part. Oh, yeah, the eastern part. No, I'm not going to divide Germany. Why would I do that? But still, eastern part of Germany. Now, Poland was formed when the Russian Revolution started. So basically, this is Poland. I'm going to keep it like this. Now, what are their lands? Yeah, I went quiet because I was thinking, but I think this should be their lands. Like, whoa, what about this part of land? What about that part of land? What about that part of the land? Well, Mr. Little Jimmy, these part of the lands are kept. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to take that much more. Jimmy, what I am going to do is I'm going to make them take this. You'll see, just let me draw it out real quick. Trying to make sure they're thin, but not too thick. Not too thin, but not too thick. Alright, let me draw it again. So, something like that. No, like... something like that. That will go for the Russians. And this will be given to the Polish. Let me just fix this real quick. Boom. That's the borders. This will be given to the Austrian-Hungarians. Even though they're not going to be really together later on in the video. Besides that, that'll be given to the Austro-Hungarians. Let's give that to... wait, come on. Let's give that to a little more land to the Austro-Hungarians. And that's it. There you go. That's Germany. Yep. Bavaria did not want to stay in the German Empire, which is stupidly dumb. And they got their autonomy. And they get this part of the lands. They become an international zone, same with this land. And both lands want to be reunified and turn into the Confederation of Rhine. And their claims will be this big. But the Bavarians got lost. Yeah, there was a revolution in Bavaria starting the Communist Revolution into Germany. And let's just say they didn't go too well. So yeah, they didn't win. Other than that, let's just get the, demilitarized land done, like right here. And for better measures, right here. Yep, all this land right here, demilitarized. That's crazy, am I right? Hitler didn't like that very much. But we're not talking about Hitler right now. We're talking about this video. Now, next up is this peace treaty over here. I'm just kidding, this peace treaty right here. Unfortunately for the Austro-Hungarians, they ain't gonna have a nice peace treaty. Alright, next, let's go for Italy. Now, Italy gets this land, of course, and they get this land. That's it. They don't get anything else. Why? Because they don't deserve anything else. Them guys didn't join until 1915. They don't get to treat me like the others. Alright, I'm just kidding. But besides that, Switzerland gets that. Why? Because I don't really know. And honestly, the French will be that stupid enough to give them that. Not saying that all French are dumb, I'm just saying that they would be like that. Now, after that, we just got this land right here. Now, we're gonna do the separate treaty between, Hungarians and the Austrians. Because, they had a separate peace treaty for some odd reason. But, besides the point, we're gonna go for the Austrians first. Now, the Austrians... let me fix this border real quick. Now, the Austrians, well, their peace treaty wasn't that bad compared to the German. I meant the Hungarians. But That's in real time. Now, the Austrians get that. They get Slovenia. Yes, they get Slovenia. And that's it. Literally nothing else. Now, this will turn into Bohemia and Czechoslovakia, but unfortunately for them, they don't get this land, and they have to get that land right here. Wait, they have to get the land right here, but we're not talking about the, this treaty. Now, Montenegro and Albania are gonna have to be forced to join the Serbians. Now, why aren't the Serbians? Actually, no, Montenegro are forced. The Albanians are forced to give up some of their land. Now, the Serbians get this much land. Not much, right? Yeah, I know. You know why? Because the Serbians didn't really do much besides hold off the Austrians for around 2 or 1 years, which is a good feat for a minor country like them, but not really a big feat for the powers that are strong and stuff. So they don't really get much, and they get this much. And Croatia turns into an independent country, and these two start fighting. Why? Because the Serbians want to form into a union, Greater Serbia, but the Croatians don't want that. So yeah, they just keep fighting. Now, treaty in Hungary, they get this land. Literally all of this land's lost. Well, no, they're not lost. They're turned into a central zone that will be selected to join either back to them or back to them, which, unfortunately for the Hungarians, did not go well for them. Now, the Croatians get this and this to themselves. They get central into this area. Yeah, Hungary didn't really get that much land. Yeah, so we don't talk about that. But right now, they get this land. Next are the Hungarian section right here. Unfortunately for the Hungarians, they get this land lost. Yep, that's a lot of land lost. Unfortunately for the Serbians, the Hungarians, they get even more land lost. Where? Burgenland. Burgenland, I love burgers. I meant Burgenland. And Burgenland is given to the Austrians. Now the Hungarians, whoa, Hungary, you look ugly. Yeah, they really do. They really do look ugly. And unfortunately for the Hungarians, there's not much I can do about that. So, most countries don't want this weird slither in their continent. So what they do is they divide this nation between. They actually don't divide it. What they do is they break this part off, make a square right here, and that's Hungary. Yes? Terrible. 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 What I did was terrible to the Hungarians. I bet you all the Hungarians in this, all the Hungarians that watch my videos, not much, I think not at all, are mad at me now. But I'm sorry, Hungary, but I try my best to make the borders look like what they actually are in real life, but a little bit different, but that did not go well, did it? Now, the treaty between these two countries right here and right here, well, we're going to talk about that now. And it's not really a bad treaty, because, these two don't want to fight anymore, so the Polish get that land. Yep, not much. And next, the last one is Turkey, Ottomans. And to be honest, I don't want the Ottomans to fall too much, so I'm just going to give them not too harsh treaty. They get this land lost, they get this land lost, and they get this land turned into an international zone. They get this land, and they turn into another international zone. Well, no, it turns into a protectorate of French and British, and this land turns into protectorate of the Americans. And that's basically it. Nothing really else happens besides the country turning into a full-out demilitarized zone. Yep, the entire country is not allowed to have an army. Why? Because the Americans and the British and the French are here to help them. Also, the Constantinople is still kept and still named Constantinople. And the rebellion and the Turkish Revolution that starts here, fails. Why? Because the Ottomans are a little more stronger in this history, and not only that, the Turkish didn't really have that much land, because I think they started up here, or they started around in the middle, and since the Turkey had this land, yeah, you know that little peace treaty about the Turkish not having, like, not having a single bit of army, that didn't really go that far, because they got the army back. Why? Because they're in a civil war. What were they supposed to do? Let them take over? Of course not. And yeah, the Turkish did not win. And that's basically the treaties that made World War One that it is today. But alternative version. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see y'all in another video. Yay! You might be asking, why do I sound tired? Well, because I'm recording this video literally in the middle of the night. Well, no, I'm recording this in the middle of the night. But besides that, thank you for watching, and have a great day. Goodbye, my fellow viewers.